I'm Dr. Ramakrishna. Today we have discussed about diagrammatic and graphical representation of the data. This would be useful for thesis preparations. Every research scholars must use to analyze and interpretation. This would be more attractive, more appropriate also. In the social science research, it would be more effective, more dynamic also. Whenever we have to use the diagramics and graphical representations, everyone must attract or easy to understand what you are explaining by using tables and diagrams as well as graphical representations. We should know and we can understand that one by one. Let us start the video. Friends, let's start the class. Before going to preparations of the diagrammatic and graphical representation, we should know some of the rules and regulations for that. Under that, number one is that every diagram should have a suitable title and is written above it. As we know that in the diagrammatic graphs you have to mention the title of the graphs. Another one is that proper scale according to the size of the paper should be selected. Say for example here, proper scales must be mentioned in the right side of the graphs. Third one is that it should be neat and attractive. Every graphs must neatly write and it would be more attractive. Nowadays it has been in the 3D effect, 2D effect, any different dimensions. Also it shows, it clearly shows or understand, anybody can read and understand that. Another one is that it should not be overloaded with more informations. Every graphs and diagrams, it is very simple to write. It is appropriate to write. Don't write overloaded informations on the graphs. Another one is that to indicate different parts means suitable shades, colors and crossing should be used. In the simple bar graphs should have classify the bars. You should write shades, colors must be used. It would be more attractive and also easy to understand. Another one is that an index indicating different shades, color, crossings, you should be shown clearly. Anything you have to use like color, shading, and also you have to put some indications that would be clearly understand everyone. Another one is that it should be complete in all respects. Don't gaps anything. Don't misplace the informations. Must be clear in the graphs. Last one is that it should be simple and self-explanatory. And also this graph must be shows explanation forms. This graph also indicates explanations. Each items what you have going to discuss in the graphs. You have to mention in the tables earlier. Tables also must be clear. The same data or information has been representing to the graphs. It would be more clear, completely right, and also it would be everyone must understand easily. Okay friends, let's start the class. We can understand one by one. Here we have classified three kinds of graphical and diagrammatic representations. Under that, number one is that simple bar diagrams. Here to represent width and height proportional to the magnitude of the items are drawn with proper scales. We can use it as a proper scales. Best example is that the y-axis is equal to 1 centimeter is equal to 200 million, like that we can use. Usually it is used for the comparative study of two or more items of a single variables. We can represent and also we can use that. For best example is that the represent the data regarding the population of different countries has been shown in the graph for your understandings. This would be clearly understand that populations has been distributed in different countries. Second method is that multiple bar diagram methods. Here it is used to represent various sets of interlinked data. Here a set of algebraic bar is drawn for comparisons of different data. It is used for represent various sets of interlinked data. Interlinked data in the sense we can use three items in a one variables, so that we can also use it and also call it as a interlinked data. We can use it that, and also particularly it is used for the comparisons of bars of the data. Best example is that the following is the data showing food grains productions in different years. That would be multiple bar diagrams to represent data. It should be shows in the data. It will clearly understand that it is interlinked in different data has been represented in multiple bars has been used in these diagrams. Third one is that subdivided bar diagrams. Here a simple bars are drawn for the total magnitude of the variables. Further, the bars are divided into segments. Each segments a given component of the total. Here the subdivided bars has been used to drawn to identify the magnitude of the variables. Here we have to subdivide it into the bars has been used. Segments is segmenting as a component of the total of that particular diagrams. Best example is that the data represent the major consumption of food grains in Karnataka state. This data are subdivided into bar diagrams has been used. This graph is also used to show in the different data has been input in one bar diagrams. These are all the diagrams as being used particularly for data sets. These diagrams particularly use and also graphs has been shown to understand different segments has been used, divided into different segments, and also we have to input the different variables also have to used in the different segments. Here the examples also quoted in the slides also. This would be more convenient, more attractive, and also researcher must understand that these are all the three methods has been used particularly for the easy to draw a simple, multiple and subdivided graphs. These are all the graphs has been used to easy to understand. Say for example, particularly for the graphs or diagrams must be used in the to understand the allocations or distributions. Say for example, distributions of food grains and also in the different years. That would be see in the tables we can't understand. Whenever you have to allocations in the graphs, then only we can understand very easily. That would be represent in the easy methods or the easy forms of that particular data. In each methods we can understand. One is that simple bar diagrams, we can use it as a simple bars. Simple bars has been used, and also here there is a different items has been used in one variables. We can show in bar diagrams. That would be simple bar diagrams also shown. Another one is that multiple bar diagrams or a graphs has been used particularly for the understanding of different items we can set in the multiple bar diagrams. This would be shows multiple bars has been used to show the items and variables also we can show. And also third one is that subdivided bar diagrams. Here we can divide it segments, different parts of the segments has been used, and also that would be clearly understand that anybody can watch. This would be very easy, and also it would be most appropriate, and also most popularly used the policymakers. It would be used for the policymakers whenever they can take it as a policies and also implementations of the some programs. Best example is that poverty alleviations or housing schemes or any other rural development schemes has been must use. It would be used, and also that policymakers can use it as different kinds of problems to solve whenever they can see and they can watch in the all three kinds of data or diagrammatic data and also graphs. Then it would be easy to understand. It would be formulate the various programs, policies can used and also implement. That would be more helpful, more useful also. I hope you understand very well. Researcher must keep it with your mind whenever you have to use the graphs. You can follow some of the procedures I already told you, and also that procedures it would be adapted while you have to preparing of the diagram and the graphs. It would be more attractive, more effective also. I hope you understand very well. Researcher must always kept in the mind some of the procedures you can follow while you have to preparing diagrams as well as graphs. I hope you understand very well. Get, subscribe, like and share. Don't miss it. And also you have to follow Instagram under the heading of descriptions. Thank you very much. Have a good day.